Welcome back to Tahoe Today. Joining me in the studio, Joann Connor for Council 2016. How are you today?
I am fine. Look at this beautiful Halloween day we have.
I was thinking, are you getting a little nervous for November 8th?
Oh yes, of course, always.
So tell me a little bit about your history in politics. Have you always been involved?
No, I moved to Tahoe in 1981 and I immediately got involved in scouting because I had small children. And I've done many things through the years. I'm on the board for the Cancer League and I helped the Humane Society a lot, and I did all the sports things when my kids were growing up, so I've always been very involved. I was actually president of the Historical Society when we moved the Toll House and Log Cabin as well.
That is one of my favorite things about Tahoe is the history. So you have a long-standing relationship with this town then. So
yes.
So you were on the council the last 4 years as well.
That is correct.
How was that for you? You like it?
You know, I like being able to serve the people. There's a lot of things that we can do on council that really help people in the community, even as small as just listening. You know, they love the fact that they can call a council person. My home number is listed on my city business card as well as my city cell phone, and people can call me even on the weekends and in the evening, and I answer the phone.
So you're very approachable.
Yes, absolutely.
So you were mentioning that you feel like there's a lot of things coming up for South Lake Tahoe, a lot of things that are going to help make our city better. What are some of those things that you want to really push through in this next term?
I think that we are on the cusp of turning affordable and workforce housing into a real proposition here in South Lake Tahoe. Statistically, we know we need at least 500 more units of housing to be comparable to cities of other sizes that are similar to ours. Mm-hmm. We also need to have housing for our veterans and housing for people with some mental issues, and there is state money available for that. I think we are ready to turn that corner. The Planning Commission has asked for a meeting with the City Council and the community, and they voted unanimously to get that meeting on the books, so hopefully that will be coming forth sooner rather than later, and we can get moving forward.
And speaking of, you know, the homes and the locals and all of that in this town, what about all the vacation rental hoopla that's been going on?
Well, there are some things we could do pretty quickly to mitigate some of that tension that is being fostered in the community. The residents are justifiable in their concern that the character of their neighborhoods are being irrevocably changed, and I think we can address that. I have asked for an agenda item to place a moratorium on the mini motels that are being placed in neighborhoods. Those are a huge bone of contention for our residents because they totally change their neighborhood. And I haven't heard people from the VHR or the realtors community oppose that either. In regards to monitoring the rest of the vacation home rentals, we have an ordinance on the books and we need to get that enforced one way or the other. I'm not placing blame on the fact we haven't been enforcing it, but it needs to be enforced. People need to be cited for noise, they need to be cited for parking violations, they need to be cited for trash violations, and most of the VHR owners want that. They want that enforcement. And if we enforce it as it's on the books, on the fourth violation, they would lose their VHR permit for 3 years. And the residents could see that we are actually working to do something good for them.
That's wonderful. I mean, I'm all on board with that one. And so maybe finally we could talk about roads. What do you think about the way that that's working here in Tahoe? It's a lot of construction in the summer, a lot of rain and snow in the winter, right?
That is correct. And, you know, we need to have a hard line item in the city budget that is actually used every year for roads. We have an $83 million plus budget. So I think we could easily allocate $2 million a year to repair our roads, which we historically have not done for the last several decades. At this point, a minimum of $5 million would be needed to get the roads in decent shape. However, we do have Caltrans coming in, and they've done Highway 89 this past summer and the summer before,
Yep.
And I think they're pretty close to completion on that. They had to redo some curbing this year, but I think we're done. And they're going to be coming up Highway 50 and working on that from starting this spring in 2017 until 2019. So that will repair the potholes along Highway 50
Yay.
and add sidewalks. And they're going to put in the wiring for street lighting coming along Highway 50. And I've been having some conversations with some of the people at Caltrans about the safety issue of actually connecting that wiring to street lights and giving our pedestrians and cyclists at night a safer route.
I like all of your platforms. That sounds great. So I absolutely wish you the very best of luck on November 8th, and we need to tell everybody to vote, right?
Yes, please vote. If you're at the senior center and you need a ride, I have someone who will give people rides to the polls, and please do get out and vote. This is a very important election.
A very important election. And let's let everybody know how they can find out more information about you. Facebook, right?
Yeah, Facebook. I have a Connor for Council 2016 page, and you can call me at home, 530-544-7412, or my city cell phone is 530-6090 if you have a city issue. If it's a campaign issue, please call me at home.
Awesome. Good luck, Joann.
Thank you so much,
wish you the very
Michelle.
best of luck. All right.
And happy Halloween, since
Happy
we filmed this on Halloween.
Stay tuned for more Tahoe Today right after this.